Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Legacy Voyager class Jhiaxus from the G2 universe. You can see him there in front of his box. We'll go ahead and put him off to the side real quick because we're going to look at this box. And yeah, you can see right there his alt mode right there, and the Legacy logo and Jhiaxus, and then even the G2 Decepticon logo and Transformers and all that stuff. Legacy up here top, and of course the window and some artwork there, including a close-up and whatnot there, and of course the weird little box thing. You got the line wire work, or at least half of it, as I found out, is half the other, and the other half is on the often on the other figure. The bottom here you got or the other figure in the way or whatever. The bottom here you got some copyrights and what's included, and then on the back here you got some product shots, and once again the QR code thing and warnings and all that stuff. Also comes with instructions, which are nice because he's actually got a couple little twists I was not expecting for the transformation, I will be honest. Nice little purple instructions. Nice and easily visible because they're, figuring out the colors and everything. Nice and readable. Anyway, Jhiaxus. Yes, you can see here he's mostly yellow and white with some reds and green highlights and a little bit of silver too. Yeah, he looks really nice, honestly. Really, really nice. I was not expecting just how good he was. But you can see a lot of his detail here. You can see this face, which is this utter disapproval for whatever nonsense you're doing. You got this weird I don't know whether it's a targeting thing or something with some green picked out on there. You got some, the little tiny Decepticon, the G2 Decepticon badge, and you got some yellow and the clear cockpit thing and everything for the chest, and you got some white. That's very nice shiny white too, and the silver like cable like detailing, and more yellow and these green little batwing things, and more white, yellow hands. And on the back here, you got mostly white and yellow, except for more of the green little wing things, and the Tamashii stage port right there, and all that stuff. And again, also you can see, largely, not hollow. I mean, you get this little weird space right here between, for the waist, but beyond that, there's really not any hollowness on the, robot mode here, which probably got a lot of people excited. Yeah. He also comes with, two weapons, this big old red gun and this little more translucent plastic silver gun right here. These two things, which of course go in his hands really nicely. Just pop them in if I can get that in there. Doesn't want to go in, probably because his hand can close up real nice. There we go. Yeah, you can pop that in. Pop this in this hand. There you go. You can hold his guns. Go good. You could also, if you don't want them holding them, but I want somewhere to put them, you could take the gun here. There's a peg on this side and there's a hole on this side. You just go ahead and put them together like that. And then back here, this hole right here, you can go ahead and just peg it back there, and there you go. Now the gun's chilling out back there. That looks real nice. So yeah. That's a bunch of the stuff you can do. He's really, really nice looking, honestly. I was not expecting this. I wasn't, expecting pretty much all these bits to be covered and everything. I didn't expecting this to be nice. Got a nice weight to him too. His head is on a ball joint, left and right, up and down. I will say, multiple people have reported that his head is kind of loose, and it is. Mine is pretty loose, but at least it's posable. Since it's ball joint, but like a drop of floor polish on it should fix that right up. But it is kind of loose, just an FYI. I also do really like the paint on this, I should say. The silver tube things and the yellow and the green eyes and everything. Yeah. Shoulders can go all the way around, although the wings a little get in the way, but they technically can go all the way around. But they are posable. Go out right there, and thanks to the transformation joint, if you really want more outward, you can kind of fudge it and do that, and there you go. Now it looks like detailing, but yeah. So you can make him look like that. Bicep swivel, knee or elbows can go quite a bit, actually. Bend quite a bit. They actually has wrist swivels, and his hands can open and close, which is real nice. Waist can swivel, no ab crunch though. Hips go forward pretty far, actually. He's got a pretty high kick. Back only so far, about that far. Outward, got that far. There's a thigh swivel. Knees bend actually quite a bit too. There's quite a deep knee bend there. Just be careful when you're pulling it back, because sometimes that kind of separates. So just be careful of that. And ankles, you got decent amount of tilt and forward and back. as well. That's nice. And of course, you got 5mm ports all over the guy. You got there and there and there and there. So yeah, pretty good. And also, if you really want to, you can also give him a, I guess, a bit of a wingspan if you want. It's kind of small and kind of high up, but hey, there's something. Yeah. That's the thing. So a real quick comparison. Try to get them all in frame. Here he is with, I guess, because they're all G2, Laser Optimus. And G2 Megatron. Yep. He's actually pretty tall, dude. He's actually kind of a bit taller than the two of them, which is interesting, at least head-to-head wise. He's a bit taller than the two of them, which I guess makes sense. He apparently was a big deal, like Megatron and Optimus had to fight. I don't know. He's kind of, again, a obscure character from like early 90s comics, so I don't know much about him other than he exists. Apparently it was a big deal. Anyway, so that's the thing. So, I guess real quick, we'll go ahead and transform him, and there you go. To do that, we'll go ahead and take the guns off right there. And then first thing you want to do is open up these panels and flip the fists in, close them back up. Panel, flip the fists in, close them back up. Then from there you want to go ahead and separate this. You want this whole thing. This goes back. You take the head and rotate it in like that. And then you take this part and this folds up like that. Take the nose cone here, bring it out, and tab it in like that. This little piece right here rotates inward. Just rotate it in like that. And you go ahead and bring this part down, tab it back in, and then bring this all the way up and tab that up and in like that. You take the arms here and rotate those in, and they will tab together like that. So, and also take the waist here and rotate that 180 degrees like that. Shouldn't have done that before the arms, but yeah, whatever. It's not a huge deal. You got plenty of room. You're going to try to take this piece right here and bring this back like that. Then down here, you want to go ahead and open that up right here. Take the foot and put that up. Rotate this piece, rotate it around, and this will kind of click into place right there. And then bring this up right here, and this will tab in over this. There's a little slot in there. This will tab in right there. And this also bring the solid in right there like that. Do the same thing on this side. Open up the leg here. Bring the foot down. Bring this up. So bring this. Probably force that. Whoop. Before we bring that up, bring this around, click into place, then bring this up. Then this yellow piece also goes under this white piece right here. You want to go ahead and bring this up and tab that in, and then you can go ahead and, well, this right here again will be all like that, and then you can tab this all together, give it a good squeeze, tab that together, and then right back here there's little tabs on the rocket booster things which go in little slots on the bottom of the feet like that. Take these and fold those in like that. The arms here, those little green armatures, you pull those out into this armature, and little tabs here on the forearms will go in these slots right there like that, and like that. Lock it in place. And up here, what you want to go ahead and do is open up the wings. You can actually leave them like this. It looks fine like this. But untab right here, kind of, you have to pull it out like that. Rotate it forward, and then rotate this back. You have to untab here. Rotate this back this way specifically. And then there's a tab right here that goes into this little slot right there. And just angle that out so it looks like that. And then do the same thing on this side. Bring that forward, untab and bring this back, and then bring it down and tab it in right there. And you've pretty much got Jhiaxus in his vehicle mode. And yeah, it's a pretty interesting looking vehicle mode, honestly. It's kind of Cybertronian and a lot more clever than I thought. I did not expect the arms to go back like this. Yes, there's a bit of a block here, unfortunately. But it's honestly, the nice thing about this block is it's a nice place to hold it so you can whoosh it around, because it's a very whooshable jet. You know, the wings are way back, set right back here. You know, everything taps into pretty solidly together. And not the only thing that maybe people might complain about is, yeah, that you can see that there's just like nothing here. You can see right through this, and there's nothing here and all that stuff. But to me, it doesn't really bother me personally. But it might bother some people who can see right through that. But whatever. It's actually a surprisingly well done jet. It's kind of weird though, having these little bat wings kind of sitting down here like this. These don't tab in anywhere. They just kind of fold in like that. Although you can. That almost makes that go. So that looks actually really good, honestly, almost from certain angles. Yeah, I kind of like that little, I don't know, aerodynamic or not. It looks neat. So that's something. Yeah, I don't see, well, the TAMCC support is still right there. You can if you can get something up in there between the little arms, that might work. And the weapons, well, the nice thing about the weapons, there's, again, multiple 5mm ports all over. But the correct, quote-unquote, way to do it is peg this up here like that, and then take this right here and upside down, peg it to the side like so. That's the way that they want you to do in the instructions. So that's the thing. But yeah, you can see there's multiple pegs. I think someone said something about if you peg this in backwards, it looks like a certain comic panel or something like that. So although it is a good bit of an angle, but you do how you want. You know, you have plenty of choices. That's nice. But yeah, I think it's a really nice jet, honestly. It's a really clever transformation, a lot more so than I thought it would be. There's a lot more, it's a lot more involved than I thought. This is, I guess, the only spot where there's a really noticeable hollow bit is right here. But honestly, you know, it's got a good robot mode, really good articulation. It's got a pretty clever transformation. This is a pretty solid looking Cybertronian jet thing. The colors are kind of weirdly audacious. Like this is just really, but it's very comic booky if you understand. You know, it looks like an early 90s comic book character. You know, it's very yellow and green and white. This looks like someone who jumped out of the comics, and that's good, and also red. But yeah, it's good. It's bright and vibrant and really nice looking. It's G2 without being garishly G2, which some people might put off some people, but for me, this is really nice. Absolutely. Definitely worth picking up. I don't know how many people are huge Jhiaxus fans or what. I'm probably not many of you, but even if you're not, and like me, you just barely know who the character is and maybe had to look up on the wiki for what the heck's going on with this guy, he's worth picking up just for the sake of just being a nice figure. He's just a really nice figure overall, and definitely a highlight of the line so far. So I would highly recommend picking up regardless of whether or not you know who Jhiaxus is or not. So yeah. Definitely worth the $33 for sure. I think he's really nice. And also, again, robot mode, like no hollowness whatsoever. So he just looks nice, period. Highly recommend him. For sure. So I guess that's it for this guy. Buy him. Hope you found this informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. And check out my Coffee and my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.